whatever. I just like to push stuff and invent and break things and make it happen later, and being just creative.
Mm.
Um, I'm building. I had this idea of a project that combines Airbnb. As you can see, Airbnb, you host. Let me see what you got, cabins or whatever. You get cabins. You rent your place. Like in my application, in this application, is called property. We're gonna call things by its name with no extra bond hard stuff. But yeah, you see Airbnb, you usually go, um, see the picture, and then you reserve. But as you can see here, you just reserve the place. You don't actually get a kind of like an estimate. You get 1,700 for whatever you're gonna spend on the property. But let's be real, when you visit a place, you spend a lot more than that, and we want to get closer to that estimate. That's why Yelp comes in, where you're gonna the host is gonna share how much more or less you're gonna spend on a visit of whatever days you're going. So if I host my property, I want to say that around here you have Five Guys. Let's say you have Chipotle and things like that, and for one person you could easily spend like $80 on a day. So let's say that you're gonna spend on food $80 a day or $100 a day. You're gonna spend 3 days, then you're about to spend 300. But when you visit this place, you get ready for 300, and then you go to Momentum and say like, I didn't spend 300, I spent 200, and then the application is gonna do the calculation to kind of like have a more accurate, and the more users input how much they spent, the more the application is gonna be more accurate on telling the user you're about to spend this. Yes, we cannot for now. I'm not like avoiding users to put wrong data. Maybe that's something we could do in the future. But Momentum's looking like this for now. I know it's pretty ugly. I'm gonna do some mock data because I was just doing test-driven development, and I'm hooking up the database and thinking like if I should use ORM for migration, or just make scripts that you run on your server or whatever you're running, that does the script, you run it, and the database is gonna be populated. But I'm still thinking, how am I gonna go with this? Um, in the project, it's hosted in this O1 software network channel. So if you're gonna clone or fork it, you can fork it from this button. It's not updated to things that I've done during the weekend, so I might give it a push now. But you have a little like description of the project right there. This is nothing like complicated. We're using Docker, so whenever, and I know that you said that you wanted to do the make file, but I was tempted to learn about it, and I went ahead and created a make file to play around with it. Now with just a simple command, you can rebuild, you can run, you can build entire like all the images,
Mm.
super cool stuff. But this is still local. You see how I haven't not even commit this file. I was just trying it during the weekend how that thing works, and maybe that's something that I need to add in the, if we're gonna use it like this, to add in the documentation how you can install, like on Windows, the installation for Makefile, it's a little different than Mac or Linux. So I had to install another tool like an installer that actually installed that. So it's pretty stupid on Windows, but many things on Windows are like that because Linux and Mac OS are the kind of like development thing. So this is running Docker. In Docker, you're gonna find the image. It's just gonna be Momentum client, Momentum backend, and then Postgres. I don't know why it's adding the Momentum thing. I just call it Momentum dot client, and it's for some reason put in the name. But the containers actually have Momentum, and then have the three containers that are going to be connected. In the Docker, I set up client to depend on the backend, and the backend to depend on the database, of course. And like I said, everything is working, everything is mapped, but I still have to do the data layer for the backend and see how we're going to be securely doing things, because we don't want to the website is very likely to look like this if nobody has entered any input, and I don't want to do like any fake data. I prefer to kind of like go ahead and do the user authorization and authentication first, and then from there we move to creating places and properties, because the properties are going to be binded to a user, and it makes no sense if we start creating properties without users. So I don't want to take too long. That's pretty much it from this project, and if you have any question, please, this is the time.
Any questions on that?
So, tell me what the tech stack was for that one again.
I'm sorry.
So, that has a front end, a back end, and a database. Can you remind me what the languages were for those in the frameworks? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention those. So we have a client. Let me see if I can make it bigger, because I know that Discord get funny with the pixel when we don't have a pro account. So can you see it right there?
Yes, I can see
Awesome.
your file.
Yes.
Really
Yeah.
good.
So we have a backend that is being built with F# in .NET, and inside of the backend we have server test, which is going to contain all of the tests that we're gonna do, like unit testing and maybe integration testing. I still have some basic testing for the API, like a health test, to make sure that it's running. And another one that I was actually developing for the user, where we're creating a mock user and then sending through the pipeline to make sure that the API for, let me see, /API/users is going to return me all the users in the database. So I want to make sure that the backend is sending this. But in terms of your question, yes, we're using F#.NET environment, and specifically .NET 8. And for the client, we're just using React through Vite. So we just use Vite to configure the React and turn on the application and do all of the configuration of how to connect to the backend. For example, here we send in the proxy server to be the API. So whenever you try to hit React in the front end, but you put /API, you are targeting the backend through the proxy right here. So you just have to say, for example, health, and it's going to give you what the server is, because it's proxying the request. So this is the same for the port 5000, where the API is living. You see the same response, but in the client, we are piping this so we can make requests to the server through the proxy configuration, so that we can just use the fetch API to retrieve data from the user. In production, this is because in production, this client folder is going to be distributed, and then it's gonna be copied to a web root folder in the server that the server is gonna serve just as a static website. So that's configuration I'm gonna do in the future, but we're not gonna make React and server live in different applications. Maybe we should consider that in the future, but I think there is no need if the server itself can serve the React application in the root route. So hope that answers the question. But yeah, those are basically clients inside have Material UI for styling, and have Overmind state management for state machine. And I believe that's pretty much it.
And what are you actually working on tonight?
Tonight I'll be doing some like mock or let's say fake data on the website. So I'm gonna put some cards right here that represent the properties that already exist in the system, and see how we're gonna render those in the client side. Maybe I should start working with the database and backend, but like I said, it's hard. It's a hard decision for me to see if I'm gonna do raw queries, like I showed you before how I did it in my other application, or use an ORM for entity framework, which is just gonna be mapping all the objects. But that particular ORM, it's built to work very well with object-oriented programming in C sharp. So I will have like some sort of inconsistencies in the application if I'm using OOP for data access layer and F sharp just for the backend endpoint routes. So still don't know if what route should I take. But maybe I like the idea of going like raw SQL. So
Mhm.
let's see, because raw SQL is not that hard. I believe that we should all learn SQL and try to work closely with the database, because in the end, it's not that hard to do queries, and the information is out there. I know that a lot of people prefer ORMs, but again, ORMs is just abstracting the way for you to write your own queries. Once you have a query working, and you shouldn't have any problems with it. So,
Mhm.
if any questions,
Any other questions before Ivan and his team breaks out?
Can I get an idea of what the other project is going to be before I make a decision?
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and share, Anna. Normally, I'm working on a different project called Repair. There's two main features I'm working on right now. One of them is the admin map. I'm working on that on my laptop, and then on my desktop, I'm working on a basic form right now. I just switched from one state method to another, and that's what I'm going to be working on probably tomorrow. Tonight I'm going to be working with Anna, so we'll just check out Ivan and Anna's stuff tonight. And she's already sharing her screen, so feel free to just double click on her name or click watch screen.
Hello, everyone. We're working on a project called MicroCart using Next.js, which is completely new to me, and Node.js. And basically, it's like a small shopping cart app that automatically populates items to the cart. John is better at explaining it. I don't know if he's available right now, but right now I'm trying to work on getting everything set up and getting everything working. I don't know what else to say about it.
John, do you have anything to say about this? I see you're here.
Why is it so blurry?
it looks very blurry. It's like if you can
It's
make
blurry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what happens when you don't have a premium account?
Yes, that's correct. That's
Yep.
correct.
Yeah, I don't have a premium account. No, I don't think I can change the quality.
You can zoom in a little bit though if you press you're on Windows Control Plus, I believe.
For Mac, it would be Command Plus, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that better?
There you go. It's a little bit better. Still a little far. Zoom in just a little bit more. There
Make
you
it what do you call it? Full page. I mean, full screen. Press the green thingy. The green thingy. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
So when I try to run it, it gives me this error here, and I was looking this up because we had gone back and forth and changed some things. Like we were gonna do the app router, and then it was the pages router, and now it's back to the app router. And I think in the midst of changing things around, something got moved or deleted or something. So I was researching this error, and I before I delete anything, I would like to maybe get somebody's opinion. It's telling me to like delete the node modules and the package lock JSON file, and then reinstall everything. But I don't know if I need to do that or if there's a better solution.
It looks like it just can't find a certain module that you're probably importing into a file. So Anna's MacBook Pro, code files, microfi-6 app dev. So where's your app directory?
I had a look yesterday and I got it to show
This?
because it was.
And then do you have a dev directory inside your app directory?
I don't think so.
But it looks like you're. Yeah. I don't know if there was one before. You might be trying to import from that dev directory that doesn't exist in one of your files, but we could take a look at that when we break out for sure.
Okay.
I had a look at it last night, and I think I got it to show. I think it
Oh,
was
okay.
because there's no page file in the outer files. You got to have a layout. Well, you don't have to have a layout, but you got to have a page file.
Like an
I
HTML
think-
file.
A page.jsx in
Oh.
the. Like you've
So
got that
I ha-
layout JSX, haven't you, on the outer? Then you've got a page JSS. You got a page. I looked yesterday. You didn't have a page JS, did you?
I'm pretty sure it was there
Um,
yesterday.
And inside the layout, you add props where you're going to have children instead. Because then the children goes
There.
down, and then the page.
Yeah. That
Oh, there's children there now. Oh no, you had. I thought I
Nah,
seen when I looked at it yesterday.
children
I thought
is
there was
right.
props, and I changed it to children, and it worked. But you've
Yeah.
got children in there now, have you?
Yeah, children is correct, Anna.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah, but
not
when I looked at it
okay.
yesterday, I thought it was props, so I changed it to
Okay.
children. But it's there now. You've altered it now, yeah.
You know what you can try, Anna? You can add tab 9. It's a free extension, and paste that error in. It will tell you exactly where the problem is.
Tab 9.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and decide what team we're gonna work on, and then we'll start working through the code and fixing errors and all
Okay.
that stuff. All right, so whoever wants to hop down into breakout room number 1, Ivan's gonna be down there working on the momentum, the Airbnb/Yelp in F#, React, and SQL. So whoever wants to work with Ivan, feel free to hop down there right now. And anyone who wants to work on this project with Anna, just stay here with us.
You said room number 1 for Ivan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you want me to try and explain this a little bit better?
You could go ahead if you want.
Alright, so people that have questions, the idea of OpenCart is basically it's basically like Shopify, only a lot smaller. So there is a really cool cart called Snipcart. The only issue with Snipcart is Snipcart's made and geared directly towards developers, really. So you don't get the cart interface. You don't get a really nice. It's all code. It gets generated that way, and it's primarily API and built and driven towards the developer, which is great and all that. Snipcart's a great way about going to do stuff. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to create a like a microcart, a cart more along the lines of Shopify, where it's user to tons of carts, but on a much smaller scale than Shopify is. More of like a Snipcart scale, like very small in scale. But we also want to give it people the ability that don't know how to code to be able to implement this pretty easily into their site. Meaning we want to generate a product page, generate a cart page, and an order page. I'm assuming, yeah, those 3 for the user or for that shopping experience. So for that shop, whenever they go in to generate a shop cart, give them those 3 pieces of generated code, and then we'll handle the admin side on our end. When it comes to users, admins, and all that stuff, they'll handle the code on their end for the cart and the products, but it'll be driven back into our databases that we create for those shops. And it'll be tagged by a cart ID or whatever, and it'll pull through our API. That way it makes it easier for them to be able to copy the code over, and it automatically have all that information in there to just pull from our API and get the products they need and anything else that they may need for that cart. But that's just the idea of microcart.
Thank you, John.
Cool. So let's go ahead and get the application working, and then we'll look at the routing. So there was. Do you have live share by any chance? Can I hop into the code?
Yes,
editor?
yes, absolutely. I was gonna ask. I'll put it in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
And if anybody else wants to join, you can click on that link and you'll be able to enter and take a look at things.
Cool.
Where's the link?
The link for
To join.
Oh, it's in the chat. If you go, it's on the top right corner of your Discord screen. If you go up there, a little bubble will pop up. And you click on that and it'll open the chat.
Okay, so you created a Next.js application with no source directory, so okay.
Which is interesting because there was a source directory before. I have the source directory on my but I don't have the page.js. This is interesting how the repository has been pulling back and forth. Let me link the repository too, so that way people have access to that. It's open.
No, when you initialize it, in Next.js, it asks if you want the app directory or you don't.
We went app router way. Whenever it asked for the app router, that's what we selected on the install. We hit yes on that and use the app router. I'm not sure which is better, the app router or Pages router. I just know the app router is like the newest way for Next.js doing stuff. With slugs, I think. Dynamic slugs.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the Next.js docs right now because I've always used the app router, but it looks like you're using the Pages router, right?
We were using the app router. Say, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that this is the app router, unless I just restructured everything completely wrong. I was trying to make sure I was doing it right.
Let's see.
I
I'm
was
gonna
like,
go
no.
ahead and link our Next.js app, and you'll kind of see it does have a source app file, so that's why I'm. But that's the link to the and I just linked in chat the GitHub for the project.
Okay, so
Yeah, I looked at the GitHub yesterday, and it was slightly different to what's there now.
Yeah.
So navigation is done. It's still file based navigation, I believe. So let me see.
It looks like it's the app router because you got a page.jss. I think the pages is different, is it?
Yeah, page.js. You haven't imported any components in here yet. So it looks like, yeah, so it looks like you're going to have to import a component here. You have a pages directory, but I don't think you need this pages directory. I think like the about, the cart, the home, the profile, the shopping, these are all different pages. And I'm pretty sure if you set it up where it's app, pages, about, that you would actually, because anything inside of app, as long as it has a page.jsx inside of it, that's going to be a route. So yeah, that's going to be a route. And then anything you nest inside is going to be a route as long as it has a page.jsx. So pages, yeah. So the way that this URL is going to show up in the browser is /pages/about. So I don't think you need that pages there. That just adds an extra word in the URL that you don't really need. So I'm pretty sure
that's what I was thinking, but there we could technically in .htaccess file take that pages route out of the routing, or cut the pages where whenever it goes via pages route, it'll automatically kind of know to go to that folder. But I don't know how that would structure with the Next.js routing.
But-
I didn't even think of that.
So
HTA
build-
access would.
So build like some sort of workaround or something like that.
She
Yeah,
has a layout, but she doesn't have page in each route.
Well, let's see. About doesn't have page. Cart doesn't have page. Home has page. Profile business. Yeah, so this URL would be /profile/business/profile/user. So that's correct. And they both have pages. And then shopping needs a page too. So if we go ahead and I could create a file here,
That's
right?
interesting.
Page.jsx. Same thing here. Page.
You haven't pushed that commit, have you? Because I know
This-
I'm seeing.
I just pulled this. I just pulled this like right before
Really?
this. Yeah.
That's weird because I'm looking. The weirdest thing is I'm looking at the code on the GitHub, and under cart, all of them have page.js. So that's why I'm a little bit weirded out. That's why that didn't pull down. Because everything from about Wizard has a page.js on the actual repository.
I just added some too. I wonder if can I go ahead and do, because we don't really need that workaround or whatever. If we just do, can we move this?
Yeah, no, we don't have to. You can just get rid of pages and then just put about cart, home, profile, shopping wizard, and it should route correctly that way.
Yeah.
Because
So
didn't I
good.
tell you the other day, like I was working on it and that I wanted you to look at the commit or whatever? Remember that was like the other day? This is like how I kind of left it. So if this isn't what you're seeing, I wonder what's going on.
That's
Not-
a good question. Yeah, on my end, I have a little bit different. Like, I don't even have the page.jsx on whenever I pulled back down on my
Yeah.
app.
Can you remove? Can you put the comments from 1 or 2 somewhere else? Line 1 and 2. I think the use client needs to be line 1.
Oh, yeah, we can actually probably just get rid of this. That
Yeah,
was mostly
use
just for
client needs to be
me.
line 1.
What file you guys in?
Can't be anything before use client.
Layout, the main layout.
Yeah. And can you what do you call it? I sent you in the comments in the chat. I sent you the extension if you want to put that.
Yeah, and
Something
you
I
don't. I believe you don't want use client here.
No, it's not. There's nothing used as a client. There's nothing interactive.
Yeah, you wouldn't want a use client at the root of your directory anyways, because then that means your
No.
entire application is going to be a
No.
client side
Yeah.
rendered.
Just your pages, I would assume, right?
Yeah, I don't even think you need React though, do you?
Oh yeah, no,
No, not anymore.
right now.
So you just need.
Could we discuss other project ideas besides the 2 that have already been described? Or
Yeah, who's saying that?
Jingli, I'm here.
Yeah. Go. You want to go ahead and pitch an idea?
Well, I was just kind of curious what everyone else had. I mean, I'm kind of interested in like programming tools. So if anyone like needs some tooling, I want to get better at writing tools, probably for myself in the future. But anyone
Mm.
have any ideas for that kind of area?
You know what? You should connect with Omar. He's not here right now, but he just built a he built like he built a new hook. But the hook, oh, it's so good. It's so useful too. It's a really good tool, and it basically just expands your ability to use and interact with state and communicate state from the back end to the front end. Like, it's actually listening for changes. It's really, really cool. I wish he was here right now. You would probably really like
But
that.
what is a hook? Sorry, my education did not cover web development.
It's just a function. It's just a function.
Okay.
Yeah.
Function expansion, essentially, like that. That's how Drupal does stuff. WordPress generally is through hooks.
It's what React community calls a function, basically.
Oh, interesting. Is it kind of like a callback then? Is that why it's different?
You could create Actually, I don't think I've ever seen. Yeah, I've seen asynchronous hooks with asynchronous functionality built into them.
Sure. Or like if anyone is interested in like Postgres stuff, like Postgres development, like on the engine side.
I'm actually Jingli going to install Postgres on my computer today because we're going to be implementing Postgres into this project for the database end. So that's one thing I'm actually trying to learn is trying to get Postgres installed and all that. I know how to do SQL queries and stuff like that. I just haven't installed Postgres. I've messed with MySQL.
Yeah, I used to. Well, it was part of a class, but we got to actually like clone Postgres and work on the engine a little bit, and and I look back at like how to do that, and I'm like, I have no idea how to install it, like how to build it from source. So, probably listen in.
I just reached out to Omar too to see if he wants to share. We'll see if he's on.
Cool. Yeah. Love working on almost anything, but if there are other Python people, does anyone want like to do typing, like add types to Python almost? I know it already kind of exists, but like I don't know, some kind of linter or something.
I see what you're saying. I mean,
Anybody? I mean, the thing is, the way we usually do it is, you just like you come with like a project idea and pitch your idea, and if people want to work on it with you, then you guys break out into a room. And if not, we've had people share before where nobody wanted to work on the project as well. Like Surya shared a real estate idea that he had the first week we started doing this a few weeks back, and no one was really into it. And then the next, I think it was like a week or two later, Ivan shared his real estate, which is sort of like the Airbnb one that they're working on in breakout room number 1 right now. And a bunch of people wanted to work on it. So they just liked his idea better than the other idea. Some ideas people love and resonate with and they could get behind. Some ideas they don't. So, I mean, that's the big thing. Because just, does anyone want to work on Python? The sky's the limit. Really, you could build anything.
I'd enjoy that, but right now I'm on microcards.
Yeah, exactly.
My
But
project.
yeah, but that's cool.
I'm brushing up on TypeScript.
Well, let me ask, does anyone want to work on Python and they don't care what the project is, they just want to work specifically on Python? Because in that case, if you want to work on Python, then Jing Li and whoever wants to work on Python can just drop down to breakout room number 2 and figure out what you want to build. I don't see why not, right?
That'd be good.
Sounds good to me. Thanks.
So, does anyone want to work on Python tonight?
Not tonight.
I was gonna say,
I would like to, but like
eventually.
I need to learn other things too. I got like 10 things I'm trying to learn
Yeah.
already.
No, it's all good. I mean, some nights, okay, they broke out, so they're in breakout room number 2. If anyone else wants to do Python, feel free to drop down there. But I'm with you guys. I want to bust out some of the stuff with this project.
I'm excited to have you here in my little group here this time.
Once we get this routing fixed, I want to play with Stripe and writing a component to handle the gateway itself and to manage Stripe payments essentially.
Can I ask what happens when you run the project? Like what's showing up in the browser? I'm curious what we're seeing right now.
That was this right here. This is still going or not going.
Can you click those 3 dots where the extensions are? No. Other, all the way to the left, bottom. That.
This?
Yeah. Yeah. What I have? Yeah, this one. Press that.
This
Yes. I can't believe I saw that. I agree with that. Let's start. Affected. Hell is this shit? Finish. Take this error message, copy paste it in the chat.
That in the tab 9.
Yeah. Is it type?
Let's see here. Not
Oh, I think you have to click tab 9 protected, the top
Okay.
one. Yes.
Okay.
Does it let you type? Okay. No, you have to put the whole message, not just one line.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
GitHub Copilot in a lot of ways.
Yeah, this is a
Yeah,
lot.
it's similar. They're all the same crap.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. Not be found.
Goes too fast.
Yeah, make sure that the dev directory exists, which it doesn't. Can you shut down the server and start it back up? Because I'm pretty sure it's wired up in a way that'll work now.
Control C.
Sorry.
Bless you.
npx run dev, I believe.
Yeah, whatever the command is.
An npm run dev.
Is it
I thought it
npm?
was npm run dev.
npm run dev,
I
yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Well, let's see the
That could be one of the
package.json.
reasons why you're getting the error.
Yeah, next dev.
I
Yep.
don't think there should be that root layout in the page, in the main page.
Run dev?
Yep. See, this is what I'm getting.
Couldn't find any pages
Yeah, it's
or
still doing
app
the same thing.
directory, please. Under the root
Fine.
project. Couldn't find any pages or app directory.
Oh, because it's gone now.
Huh, okay. So I guess, yeah, so you are using the pages router. I wonder if there's a way to change
What?
it. Yeah, okay. I thought you were using the app router. So I guess you would need a pages directory and have them all inside there. And then once they're all inside there, they all have, so let's go ahead and put them in here. They all have pages, page.tsx now, so it
It's a
should,
TypeScript, isn't it?
styles, public, profile, that's the other one, right? Pages, and then there was one other one, right? About, yes. All right. I used the pages directory back in the day, but I've been using the app since it came out.
Yeah,
So,
same.
but it says
I've
that
only
there's
used
no.
Alpha.
All right,
Oh,
so
the other one.
That's what's confusing is because, like I said, on the, at least on from what I'm seeing on the GitHub, I'm seeing a source app file along with all the themes. So
all right,
Yeah,
go
I
ahead and try to
talked about
restart
the
it
one-
now.
I touched about with it yesterday, and it seemed to work. But this
yeah, so
this
today
root
is,
layout and that in the page file, you wouldn't usually have this in Next.js. You would just have a normal file like const page.
I think that's why my page.jsx file got taken out. Look at that. Old.
'Cause you only put this root layout in the actual layout file, don't you? You wouldn't put it in the page file as well.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, you have an app directory and a pages directory, so that's
Yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't. It should be.
and the
One.
error is saying,
That there's no
Couldn't-
app directory, but it's the top one.
yeah, couldn't find any pages or app directory, which there's both. Please create one under the project root. There's already one under the project root. Let's see if
I'm almost wondering if it'd be easier to just run next again.
you know what? Do
Re-
cd space dot dot. I think you're just one directory too low. Yeah, all right. Try npm run dev again. Missing scripts. Huh. So you were in the
Yeah, I think something just got removed.
nah.
Like I said, the structure on her end and the structure on the.
All right, so let's put pages inside the app. Go ahead and re-navigate into the directory that you were in. Do cd /app. because that's where everything is stored inside of. What's it called?
Do I need to have a period in there?
CD. Yeah, try that.
Like. That?
Actually, just do a CD space A. Tab. Enter. All right. Now run npm run dev. Okay, perfect. So we just needed to put the page inside the app because the app directory is the root directory. I thought Microfy was the root directory. So app is the actual root directory. We have pages directory now inside of the app. It's picking up that pages directory, and we should be seeing home page.
Yeah, not found.
I think it's structured wrong. I don't think you want our root layout in the main file. I put some code at the bottom from line 27.
No, you want to lay out in the app file.
Yeah, you're right. Pages, page.jsx, and layout should be inside of the pages directory, I believe. So it's not finding either one of those. What is it showing now?
Can you guys see?
Yeah.
The 404? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you refreshed?
Yeah.
Get 404.
I would say it's still 404 because on the compiling, where it's showing the compiling, still saying 404 on that end.
Can I try something?
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, go.
I think I just comment on it a minute. Oh, I just go. I think that should just show the page up. Refresh the page now.
Hey Anna, can you click on? You see live share at the bottom, the red one?
No, it doesn't do anything.
At the
Discord,
bottom, Visual
or...
Studio Code. See the red,
This is what I
the
would
red
usually
bold
do,
live
but-
share at the bottom of your code editor, like right above the word
Talking
name.
about orange.
I don't see any orange.
Bottom left of
Big
your
thing.
code editor.
Very bottom, yeah, right
Yeah,
there.
live share. See,
Live share is over here for me.
right above the word main on the left side.
Right above the word. Oh,
Click on that, and then can
But
you
the,
scroll down? Because if you could, hold on, pull it all up so we can see more real quick. And then do okay. So you have a shared server, so localhost. I should be seeing it here too.
But hold on. Your
Okay.
package.json and that wouldn't usually be in the app file, would they? They'd be outside. I'm looking at my project and usually the layout, the app is a separate folder. Like from where you got git ignore, package.json, they're usually on the the outside file. They ain't in any folders, and then you have like in your app folder you have your pages and your components you could put outside even.
I think Anna is running multiple servers because she started a few, and instead of ending them, she clicked the trash bin, so they're all running.
Press control. Well, it wouldn't open up an application on localhost 3000 if there was already one open on 3000, so they must have shut.
oh, I think I just I'll redo it. Bear with me.
Can you hold on, before you do that, can you just take page.js at the bottom and slide it into the pages directory?
Page.js.
Yeah. And then, alright, so there's a page.jsx, page.js. Actually, what is page.js?
That is.
I think both those are the same themes because page.jsx is removed on my end, and I just got the page.js.
You don't want the two, do you? You only want one.
Yeah.
You only have one main page.
Yeah, you could get rid of page.js.
Oh, I see. It's in pages. Got you.
and then go ahead and try to start it up, and we
I'm
should be
looking at
we should be good.
Getting 404 as it looks like.
The way I got mine structured, when you start a new thing, your app folder is separate to your other folders, but it seems like we have everything inside app.
Yeah, try this. Try routing from localhost 3000 to localhost :3000/pages and just see what happens. I'm curious. Just the pages. Yeah.
No.
It might be better to start in a new Next.js app and then just drag in
That's what I
the
was
files
thinking.
into the structure, because the structure isn't what I've seen in a Next.js app.
Yeah.
It should be
And
structured.
I actually have a fresh install of Next.js for that reason. That I was gonna start pulling and structuring in stuff, but I wasn't sure.
So how many folders have you got? You've already got a few folders. I mean, you could just drag them in, maybe.
Drag the folder into the web browser.
Well, the folders that you made, you could start a new Next.js app, and then the folders that you made, you could drag them into your new project.
Oh, like make a new one.
Yeah, because it'd give you the proper structure then, and then you just drag your files in as we know it would. I think it would be easier but
it would be
I don't know.
probably.
I'm thinking that at this point
All
it
right.
probably would be
Nah,
because so
I
much
s-
stuff has been messed with.
I see what the problem is. So the structure of the Next.js application goes app. So you have the app directory at the root, all the package.json configuration files, all that stuff goes in there.
I
Then
don't
we
see an
have,
app.jsx though.
huh?
An app.jsx, which comes
No, we don't have an app.jsx in Next.js that I've seen.
No, but
I
you
just-
don't need an app.jsx though.
No.
Okay.
Well, unless you set it up a certain way that you have to, but
Yeah.
I think you could structure it. I think you could structure it that you wouldn't need it.
So with the app router, you use page.jsx, but with the pages router, you use index.jsx. So
I think
change the
Makes
name.
sense.
Change the name of page.jsx to index.jsx, and then instead of using page for all of the other routes, you use index. At least that's what.
So what we use in the page thing or the app router?
The page router or app router?
Well, I thought you wanted to use the page router. It honestly doesn't matter. Let's just see if this works, because right now we have the pages directory. We could go ahead and use the app directory, which is that's
So the
fine,
bottom way-
but the root directory is app anyway.
Yeah.
So
I was kind of trying to structure it like for the app router, so I don't know if I mean I
It's
could
this
open
newer
it
way
back
of
up.
doing things, and
so in that
newer
way
way
it
to go
might
forward.
be
If
yeah.
you're
So,
starting a newish project, you want to use the app router rather than the old page router, if you can.
oops, that was layout, right? So
I'm gonna try and
index-
start restructuring this into a new Next.js project since I already have a Next.js project pulled down. If you guys
Okay.
get it open though, I'm not gonna even worry about it, but I'm gonna start structuring it that way just in case.
Yeah, so we can go ahead and you could do that. If you want to use the app router, then we'll go ahead and do that. All right, try to restart the thing now. Public. Yeah, so that should be good.
This is the new project. Yeah, you're right. On a new project, app.js doesn't exist. It's just page.js, layout.js for the new projects. Let's see if this works.
All right, and then just go to localhost. Oh, we just can't find the header.
Hey, that's progress.
What
What does it
component
say?
is that in? Layout.js cannot
If they were
find
getting an error, that's a start.
header.
I
Yeah.
can't see it. What does it say?
It's very small. Import module not found. Can't resolve component/header and up. It's changing all over the place. Failed to
Oh, I see.
compile.
Your header's in the main layout, is it?
Yeah, I just
Where's the
switched
menu
it. Look at
icon?
the file system real quick.
App layout. Sorry. App.
So make sure that
So
the
it's this
components
one.
directory is inside the app directory.
The components directory.
Yeah. All right.
You
Cool.
have two app
So
directories
yes,
now.
it is. Well,
Alright.
there's
You've got
two
one
apps.
outer app. Yeah, you've got one outer one which
Why
I
is
don't
there
think
two?
you want, and then you've got one inside. The one inside is right now.
Yeah.
The
I
one
just
under
slid it in.
API folder is correct, but the outer app, I don't know if it matters, but
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
wouldn't
You're
us-
you're
you
good
wouldn't
now.
usually have.
I just slid it in there, so you're good. What's the Go ahead and refresh it. Don't do localhost pages. Do localhost just 3000. Yeah.
So I have it working kind of.
Same
Alright.
thing.
I can't see.
Oh,
Can't.
can't resolve. Dot components. Dot header.
Sounds right.
You're exporting it. Components. Header.
Wait, don't you need parentheses over there after return?
Should be. You're
Well,
talking
if
about
you have the outer one,
Well,
you should be okay.
if it's one line, if it's a single line, but yeah, if it's not, then yeah, the parentheses.
But
need
it's
to
not a
be-
single line.
Yeah, parentheses need to be there if it's not a single.
It's still saying that I can't find, but it's in the right. Try shutting it, stopping it, and starting it again because I slid around.
See if this
I slid
helps.
around
I'm
the
gonna
directory.
Go ahead and share my screen too. I've got just a base next up with our components in. I don't have our index or anything like that built into this yet or a layout yet. But I don't know if it would help to see what a base like the base file structure would be for an app router one.
Yeah, I could show you my project if you want to, and you can see that what the thing would be like. That's why I was looking up was mine.
Module not found.
Here is the one I have rolling right now. I'm trying to get this working with our old project.
Huh.
Here, you grab that. I don't need that. I just need index.js. Need page.js. How's that structured?
Lib. Yeah.
Here's my new
Layout, components, header,
layout.
page.
Change to this.
And it's called header, right?
That's an app.
Yeah, it's called header.
Is your error module not found? Can't resolve index.cs? No, that's not it. Probably not.
No, it's can't resolve components/header.
Components/header.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be components header.js.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see a component? Is there a components header.js?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's in the header folder is the page.jsx.
Components header page. Yeah, page.jsx. That's the way it should be. Well, that's a good question. I wonder if it's since it's in pulling the component.
You shouldn't need the JS on the end. It usually should work.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it should just work.
And you don't put the page thing. No, you just guess it by the folder. The page then is automatically like it used to be index. Now is page. That's your main file in the folder.
Yeah, this should be working.
You call it page. I can't understand why.
Should be working, but I wonder if it's reading it a different way because of the way the routing's kind of messed.
Nah, I fixed the routing.
Okay.
Doesn't the layout automatically go around the page?
The layout.
You only need
yes.
a
Yes.
main You don't need a layout in every file if you don't want. It's just so that if you put it out there like a nav or something.
Yep.
So like for this main level like page or whatever, we have the layout and that wraps around if there's like a page. Is that correct?
That wraps around it. That's your main. The main layout is the main thing which you usually put in your nav bar, and I think you might actually need that one, the original main. But when you have other folders, then
So do you
don't
even
need a layout that you want.
Just so we can have the header on every page, etc., versus having to put header on every page.
So you don't
Can you-
even need this root layout in the page.jsx in the root directory?
Root
Right?
layout.
Can you comment out line 12, please?
Line
The
12.
header. Yeah.
Yes.
Let me see. Layout. That's
Let me just
Just
get
just
rid of
comment
this
it out.
here.
No.
That's not me. I don't know who highlighted all that.
Sorry, I did it to copy, not to do anything else like
Yeah,
that.
no.
Just purely to copy.
Okay.
So don't be
Let's
scared.
see what that gets you.
That's why committing and making sure you could always just revert to the old one is so
Yeah,
important, right?
revert to your old, yeah.
So
Yeah.
our header contains the nav bar, or at least it's supposed to. And I see the header in the layout.js and I see the nav bar in the page.jsx, which doesn't really make sense. So I think we should get rid of the nav bar in the page.jsx. But then something needs to go in there.
Comment out that too.
Get
Yeah,
rid of the
just put
head. Get rid of the header.
Fine.
It should work though. That's the thing.
Yeah, they
You
should.
shouldn't have to
Good,
cut it out
but-
to make it work. Let me see something real quick because we have layout.js and I just took the layout out of the page.jsx because you were wrapping the project in the root layout. But according to the documentation, as long as you have the layout.js file inside next to the page.jsx, Next.js is automatically going to wrap that page in the
Gonna
layout.
wrap it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you don't have to manually wrap it inside the page. So I just removed that. Inside the layout component, it looks like we're importing from components header, and there's a page.jsx. So it should definitely work. I wonder if, yeah, go
Look at the
ahead and
header
restart it one
again.
more time and just test it. And if we're still getting this, then I wonder what that. Because I've encountered this plenty of times before where you just weren't able to import something, but now that
The header has to have a nav bar. Hold on.
Let's see.
Can't resolve index.
Okay, that's the same thing. Close that.
just make sure all the files are saved. Okay.
Okay, then what? And then what were you saying?
Go ahead and just restart it and let's see if,
Just like, okay.
yeah, because I was doing I was making like a bunch of small modifications while everyone was talking
Sure.
and stuff.
Can you add me to participants?
Sure.
Yeah.
You could just click on the link she posted in the chat and you should be able to,
It should work.
yeah, you should pop right in.
Oh, there we go.
Feel
I
free
didn't
to
know.
check out the GitHub too if you guys want.
See what we got.
All right.
All done.
Same thing. Definitely something with the header.
That's so weird. Let's go ahead and
That's
do this
okay.
really quickly. Let's go to. Where's
So
our
when you
layout?
deleted the head, when you comment out the header, what happened then?
Components header page. All right, try that.
That's one
Oh,
thing.
you
It
should-
needs
Oh,
to
it changed
actual-
it. Now it changed it. That's good. Something changed.
Yeah, it
Dot
should
app-
be
dot-
linking directly to it
Mm.
for this component at least.
All right, so what does it say now? Import header.
So it says can't resolve component / navbar / page JS. Sorry, I keep forgetting it's really tiny and you guys can't see it that well. Just gotta remind me.
Components.navbar. So let's go to, this is the header here, right? So let's do,
Navbar meaning something's being imported. It's probably not importing correctly. What line's
I
that
don't.
on?
Is that outer app folder messing us up?
now what's it saying?
Now it says failed to compile /app/page.jsx. You're importing a component that imports React DOM client. It only works in a client component, but none of its parents are marked with the use client, so they're server components
why I
by
was thinking.
default.
Use client needs to be in this.
That's in React DOM.
Yeah,
App
that's that use
page
client
JSX.
that was above there.
So this needs to say use client.
Yeah, but you don't want to put it. You don't want to turn the root into
No.
into a client
Yeah,
component.
you don't want to turn it, but
Let me
how do you
see.
get away from that?
Isn't it just client just for like the
Actually,
static web page or whatever?
well, this is just the page.jsx, so you don't actually have to do all this, import all this React DOM stuff. Go ahead and just delete basically everything from line 6 up, and just create a
All
basic.
this?
Yeah. Because I think originally this was a different file and you turned it into page.jsx, or you initialized the project as the pages router project, and so it added all this stuff. But with the app router, you actually don't need all this stuff. So if we go ahead and just do like
Use client
export,
still or no?
no, export default function home, and just return, let's just say a header for
Yeah,
now.
we're on the same page.
All right. So that should be all you need.
Is that working? You'd call the CSS file and I'll be good.
What's that web vitals for?
Where do you have the CSS file, Anna?
Where do I have it?
Yeah.
Give me just a second.
I think normally you just put it inside the app directory, like a global.css.
Oh.
I was gonna say I see it in styles now. I finally found it.
That's not the one. Because I have. Okay, there's a styles folder.
Yeah, probably.
And that's looking a lot more like the one.
What's that error saying now?
It says app layout. Header is not defined. Header is not defined in the app/layout.js.
All right, that should work. What are we getting now?
Create context only works in client components. Add
Alright.
the use client directive at the top of the file.
What file is that in?
That's the
I got this semi working on a new Next project.
you got it
have
all
in-
working?
Still needing to be fixed, it looks like, but
Does the navbar page need to be a client because there's an input in there, or?
No, it's saying something about node module /react-router/dis.
I can look at mine compared to your guys and see what's going on. I got mine pulled up and work like it's no errors, nothing. I'm seeing the nav bar.
You're actually like seeing it.
I'm seeing the nav. Yeah, no errors, nothing like that. The routing needs to be structured correctly because the routing's not pulling in anything at the moment. But we're at that point where we had that issue with the routing not pulling in. This is on a new project entirely.
And how did you set up the project?
Just with App Router, the same way we set up this one previously. Same exact way we set this one up previously when it was first initialized.
All right, let's go over to this one then, and then you could just overwrite the project with this new one that you have. If you have all the components and everything already set up in there.
Yes, it just needs to be fixed, like the routing structure, all that needs to be fixed, obviously. But let me see
Okay.
here.
All right, cool. You wanna? Do you have live share?
Doing that right now. In your live link right now. There you go.
All right, I'm gonna stop my live share.
All right.
Let me do this though. Let me jump.
Oh, the new
So-
one, is it?
You guys are gonna. This is gonna be a little confusing on your guys' end. The correct one is gonna be base next, the folder. You'll see our versions that have happened. Next.js is the project that you guys were in right now on that folder, that last folder. The Next.js dashboard was that one. Base next is the current one that I have kind of fixed. Routing seems to be structured wrong, but that's what I'm looking into now, is to figure out what's going on with the actual routing on this.
Oops, sorry.
There should be a page in each pages, which we probably can get rid of the pages file.
It's not even picking up the header component in the project. Let's see. That's in components. Header, export default header, function header. Okay. So you're
This, I
exporting
just
it.
pretty much that header.js, all this, I've started copying like the layout I copied from the old.
But
The header's importing. If it wasn't, I
The-
would be able to see it. Now it's not. Now it's messed up, but it was because I was able to see it at that point.
Yeah. I don't
Now
see
it's
it.
not.
Yeah.
Affected comma got import. What's
you need children in the main layout, is it, instead of FOPs?
It's not just import a header. You got to have a semicolon here. Pretty sure.
Pages. All right.
Yeah.
So you're still using.
Try putting the entire path. Sometimes it happens. It's not showing in the. Just try putting the entire path. What
It
the
would-
like import header from whatever the path is.
It
Say
should.
be
It
import
should
header
show up.
from components header.
Don't
No,
check
that-
the
that
autocomplete.
was- Let me see here. It should be import header from components header.
It's a lowercase. Is it a lowercase file?
That should
no.
work. Yeah, see, that pulled that header in. Now I'm getting the header with that correct. But it's pulling in also the Next.js index. I'm assuming that the page.js we need to restructure, obviously, but that's pulling in okay.
It's probably coming from the page.js.
No, that Next.js
The
is
next
all the
stuff, yeah.
page.js and stuff like that, and that can be obviously fixed. But it's pulling in now the links. Like I'm clicking on it and saying 404 page can't be found, but the nav bar's there.
But the nav bar's there. We got something on there. So
The header's
that's good.
working, etc. But that's what I was thinking is you have to do it from the component section of whatever page you're pulling from, or whatever JS file.
All right. So what do we need to work on here?
Routing right now because it's 404 not found on all these nav links.
So
Besides the index, Microfy is working. It's pulling up the index as it should, or the page.js as it should. So that's something that we can even work on as a landing page too.
It should be pulling up at least the
Yes.
home page, though, right?
Huh?
It should be pulling up at least the home page, though, right?
Why
Yeah.
is
Yeah, that is working correct. That is working
this is
perfect.
so there is a homepage over here. It is.
So
And the homepage should be on that page.
Can I ask you this real quick? Did you set up the because I see that there's a pages directory here. So did you set up that workaround so that everything's is showing up in the pages directory?
I did not. So that's where I I haven't done that yet. I've just been linking to pages / profile. Let me try this actually. I'm gonna try.
There you go.
That's it. Uppercase to lowercase on the header. So navbar needs to go from uppercase to lowercase, meaning this needs to go here, this needs to go this. Lowercase cart, lowercase about. That should fix it. Let's see your shopping. Boom, got it working.
And then can I ask you, how are you navigating? Like when you click on cart, can you show me the navigation component?
So the navigation component is that navbar.js within components
Yes.
folder.
Uh-huh.
And they're all using link.
Okay. Yeah, I see.
I mean, I think the pages directory, the slash pages automatically connects you to that component page.js, right?
Whenever you use link, yes. Link specifically in Next.js does that for you. It'll automatically integrate that URL for you.
All right. Can I go ahead and all right, so this is kind of what I want to do, and let me know if that's okay. So right now, all of the pages are in the pages directory. I want to take those pages out of the pages directory and just put them in the app directory. And then if you look in the navigation, you could see that for each href and each link, these are static values. So we have // profile, / shopping. Yeah, I wanted to create a pages function that'll just let you do pages dot everywhere in the application. So if there ever comes to a point where you're navigating from 20 different places, like let's just say eventually you have you're navigating to the cart from multiple different locations in the app. If you ever have to change the URL, you're not changing it from 3 different locations. You have one source of truth, so you can
I like that. So kind of like a routing tool.
Yeah, basically.
I like that.
But everything's working right now, though, right? Everything's good to go. So let's go ahead and do that really quickly. I'm just gonna go ahead and
There's the fun page.
take these.
The shopping page.
I'm putting
Or the
these.
Microsoft page.
It might stop working. Actually, it will stop working. Does someone want to create a pages file in the source directory?
Pages file in the source directory, sure.
Yes.
Can I add the home component to the
Pages.jsx, is that all you need?
Pages.jsx. I believe that the project is actually set up with TypeScript. I would definitely use TypeScript.
It is. It has TypeScript built into it, so you're more than welcome to use TypeScript.
Though, the way that it's set up right now, I believe using JavaScript isn't going to create any crazy errors. So, all right, cool. So let's go ahead and we have our pages.jsx
within the source folder is now set up.
Pages.jsx. So let's go ahead and do export. Const pages equals object. And then we'll go ahead and say home return /. And then what's this error? Parsing error cannot find module next Babel. I haven't seen this one before. Make sure all the Babel plugins and presets you're using are defined as dependencies or dev depend. Maybe you have to run npm install. I'm not positive.
Oh, maybe.
That's possible.
So let's I'm just gonna go ahead and copy these here.
Jay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you terminal access if I can get this to work correctly.
Profile.
There should be a way I can share all those terminals. Do you guys have access to the terminals to where you guys can run stuff in the terminal?
It looks like I do.
Okay, just making sure. Just in case you guys need it.
I can request it, but I don't need it right
There
now.
you go. Make terminal rewrite for everyone. There we go.
Cart.
Just did it for you guys.
Cart. And last but not least, about. Alright, so now we should be able to just put the URL right here. So if we import pages, let's go to the nav bar. Let's import pages. What do we call it? Yeah, pages. We are. Normally it pops up automatically. It automatically, and I am exporting it, so it should detect it.
App shopping page.js can't resolve.
Does it matter if we put default or not? Is it in the curlies if it's default? And
Oh yeah, you need to I think put them in curly braces because it's not default. I think the pages is
Yeah,
not default, right? You can
you
create
didn't put export default, so it's gonna be you gotta call it different.
Yeah,
you do
export default const pages.
Yeah, let's just export it as a default because that'll be the only thing.
Yeah, that way. Yeah, there we go. See if that works.
Nah, not seeing it here. Let's go ahead and just.
There's a semicolon after the parenthesis. It shouldn't be there. Right, it should be down further.
Are you talking? What are you
yeah,
talking
you
about?
haven't done
I am in the shopping page
You need to put it like
on the curly
like
bracket.
that.
Talking about this?
Yeah, I don't know if that's causing any problems. Probably
Don't
not.
think it is. No, say.
Yeah.
Currently, the page.js, what we're working on that pages.jsx. Try and fix.
Oh, you don't put the default on the bottom, don't you? Wait a minute, let me try something. Put it down here.
Yeah, it's not picking it up.
Page.js. You can get rid of
like
all of
that?
it.
Why is it giving me? Why is it got a red on the const?
Do we need these semicolons? Are these important here in the returns?
I don't know.
The app directory shouldn't actually be inside the source. The app should be base next. That's.
Pages needs to be capitalized because. What is it? No, it doesn't. Why is it underlined?
No, definitely not.
Like the common dot function, navbar.js.
Yeah, this did you change base next? That said app. That said app before though, right? The directory.
Yeah,
Okay.
it should. It's base next, source app, and then everything so far in that. The only thing I've done is change the layout.js and then page.js now, and then imported all of our stuff. Got it working with index.css.
Are we importing pages into the nav bar?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, but the project isn't even picking it up, so I'm trying.
It's not filled out all the way. It just says import pages.
Yeah, I know. I was just looking because export default const pages.
Am I on a different thing? 'Cause
So
I just altered that. It didn't alter the main one. Am I in the wrong workspace?
Possibly, it's base next is the folder, the very top folder. Base next, Next.js dashboard is the old one, and then Microfine, Microcart are two not Next.js.
it should show up automatically now.
Source.
I need to see.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
I'm sorry.
find allow get not get me.
Base next. So don't forget app, Anna.
We need app too.
Yeah, because app
What?
app is actually inside the source.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
source
Source
app.
app component.
Yep.
Source app component. Nav. No.
What we can do is you can probably
Pages.
clean
No,
our repo
then-
and then
App
push this up.
app/pages. Yeah. But honestly, you don't need the app, but it's in there.
Oh, /page JS. I
Yeah.
was trying to figure out where I was in the files.
Pages.js, yes.
JSX attributes must only be assigned a non-empty expression.
We need the JS.
Page.jsx.
About to find out what that means.
JSX.
Page.js. JS. Yeah, because it's not a
JS?
No, JS, yeah, because it's just a JavaScript object. Alright.
Expression.
Pages.
Okay, so it can't be empty. That's the whole thing. So meaning if you have an empty URL, it'll break.
This can't be constant. This has to be function.
This can't be empty.
Pretty
JSX.
sure.
No, it's a
No?
const. Yeah, it's just an object. So it should just be that.
What does it need?
It says navbar ul class name navlist link href is nothing.
Profile.
I don't need the thing on it now. You need the.
Oh, it's
No, no.
this right here.
No,
It's not. It's,
because this isn't
under-
this isn't a function, Paul. This is just we're just
Oh, so you
exporting
don't
it.
need that, right?
We're
Oh,
just
right,
exporting an
that's fine, that's fine.
object that contains functions. Yeah.
I may have fixed it. Let's see here. Nope. Why are you not? Maybe do this.
How have we got 2 pages files?
I wonder why we're getting the error now. Great. I don't understand.
Because I put, let me remove this and see if it works. Say, I was trying to figure out what the header issue was that it was giving us, and that's back now. That was on, not sure the reason why somebody, but just the brackets here with nothing in it. Say, that should have something in it.
So,
Let's
so
call
for the
this let's
homepage-
call this paths instead.
For the homepage, isn't it just a backslash?
That's all I was thinking, just root
And it needs to be
Like-
in
that maybe.
not in curly braces, right?
On curlies.
No, not, look at the ones below it. The other ones are like in the carrots or whatever you call them. Nope.
Import link from next link. Import paths. Now this is the issue. Import trace for requested module. Can't resolve base source app pages.js module not found. What is the paths? Is this what you're doing right now?
Yes, yeah, I changed it to paths just for a better name. So I have the object, we're exporting all the functions that are gonna redirect to certain locations. So if you go back to the nav bar, once we're able to import the paths into this, you should be able to just do paths.home, and that should be good right there. That way you could use this throughout the whole application in case you ever need to change one of these paths or add a keyword in the middle or whatever. You could just do it in the paths file.
Yeah, right now it's saying it can't resolve.
So
Does
that's
home need to be capitalized because the actual homepage component is the function is capitalized? I don't
I'm
know
trying to
how
figure
it
out
works.
because it's not pulling that module, so I'm trying to figure out why the module's not importing.
So if you go like this,
So this is the
Paths
home.
from Basenet source app pages. Let's see,
Do you
Basenet
need
source app.
to import all the components into that page with the links? Like import home from ...
In which file?
So like I'm looking at the there's a home folder in components with a page with some modules in it, and that's supposed to be the home page.
A home
we need to-
folder here.
Yeah, so go to components and then
Home.
or no, it's actually in the app. It's in the app folder, I think. Let me
App.
close these. Yeah, there's a home folder in the app folder.
Yep.
You found it?
Yeah.
And then it's got
These-
those are little sections that we made, and those should be on the home page.
I understand the whole thing here. Pass home. I was just trying to figure out why the path component's not being imported right now.
So the home page.
Export default const.
The home page should just be /. So I believe you could use page right
Maybe-
here. So you have the Next.js image on your home right now. I think you should just replace this image with those 3 components. Like
Jim,
if
is
you-
this returning anything on?
Or
Path.
just put the call home in there.
I see the export, but is it returning anything?
Yes.
Because I don't see. Oh, I see. Okay, on the actual. Got you. Return. Okay.
Yeah, it's just
Got it.
returning the correct string for the path.
I got you. I see. So it's pulling it from that. Got you.
Yeah, once the paths
see- I see
become
what
more
you're saying.
complex and dynamic and all that stuff, you're gonna be happy this is there.
Oh, I agree. The routing structure in here would be great.
Yeah.
Say.
But there's tons of errors and tons of different files. So one thing is the app still working?
Well, that's where I'm saying is I was trying to figure out what was going on with pages because right now it's saying it can't resolve pages.js.
Yeah, we actually
on
don't
this
need
side.
that because I have paths, which is the same thing. So we could go ahead and just get rid of that.
I'm adding something really quick.
All right, so that should.
I'm adding something to the main page.
Well, no,
I'm adding-
that's what it is. I think on your end, so that's what I think. I see what the issue is. It's under.
I'm just gonna comment.
Somewhere around here, I saw. I think it was Navbar actually. That's the problem. You have the wrong route. You had it to base next source app pages. I'm gonna fix that to app. Yes. See if that fixes that.
What are you doing?
It had import paths from base next source app pages.js.
Oh, gotcha. And
Yeah.
that's in the.
And that is not in base next source anymore, so we can get rid of that and just do it app paths. Or not even app, we can just do paths. Should be able to just do that, right?
Well, no, because this nav bar is deeper inside the program, so it's inside components.
Import. I got you. Yeah. So // paths.js, I think.
//
So no.
Just // just one of them. Yeah.
Got that fixed.
That should
Expression expected.
source app.
Export compound. That's what I
Paths.
was. Let me see here. 1 of 1. Export default const paths.
So let's see
Says
if it's
expression expected.
it's showing up. Home. No.
No, it's giving me an issue with the pass. Saying that first line for some reason is expected indent.
Say what?
It says expected indent, but okay, so this is giving me the same issue. It says JSX attributes must be so now it's going back to navbar.
That's because I did. My bad.
Oh no, you're good. Say.
I just tried to add some components to the landing page. I don't know if they're going to show up.
Okay. Nice.
Expression expected.
Yeah, it's saying something about an expression expected on that first line.
In
stay-
navbar.js, we got a red wavy line. Is that what you guys are looking at?
Export default const paths.
Let me see. Can I see the parsing error? Cannot find module next babel. What's this error?
I think that the next Babel error I don't think is the issue.
I know, but
That-
I've
that
never
just is coming up. I've been having this issue. I think it may just be something with the fact that Babel's not installed correctly on my end.
Can you?
I may be missing Babel.
Can you do npm install just to see if?
Yeah.
Because it should. You said you just created this project, right?
Yep.
Huh. Yeah. So I
npm
wonder-
install. Let me actually go into the right project. Median base. Next npm install. All right. Up to date, audited 361 packages, 137 packages are looking for funding. Found 0 vulnerabilities. That's what I was saying. Is it says 0 vulnerabilities and it works all the time with this error. I think this parsing error. I have no idea why it's popping up, to be honest.
Yeah, and why would you be getting that error for this file? Do you really?
You can try uninstalling it globally and locally, and then install it again.
You talking about Babel?
Yeah.
Let's see. Actually, they have an npm, don't they?
You really shouldn't have to do anything with Babel manually. Next should handle all that stuff. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I don't think it's so much that. I think that may just be something that. I wonder if it's an expansion or an extension that I have that's causing that. That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
The thing
I
is,
sent it in the chat, the command.
This is correct code too, so it's like expression expected. I don't understand what's going on here.
Thank you. That's what I need. npm install. Babel.
And then run this one.
All right, so that one gone, and then we're gonna go ahead and reinstall here. So npm cat.
No. Hold on. Yeah, that one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, you're doing correct.
Okay. All right, and then npm or no. That should, yeah. Let's do it. I forgot to uninstall that last package, so I can just do that. All right, npm uninstall. Environment. Okay. And then npm install Babel. Whoops.
Somebody wants a babe.
Right? Yeah. All right. So I did reinstall it in here. I'm not sure if it's going to give us issues anymore. Yeah, it looks like
It's
I don't
like
know
weird
why it's doing that.
issues. Like in the
It is.
path, it's got like only the T of default is underlined. Like only the T. That doesn't even make sense.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
why
here we
I
go.
ignored
Paths is showing
that
up
says
now.
Next Babel on it, because I don't think the next Babel errors are really errors as much as warnings.
Mm.
Via this, because everything works with those errors, with those parsing errors.
What does it say in the end of the error? Not the beginning, the end of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to. Well,
Are you able to copy paste it in the chat?
no, let me see if this actually got. Oh, no, this is not it. I don't know why I'm not able to copy and paste it. Well, I understand.
No. You have to.
I mean,
You have to go on the left. If you highlight the message. No. In the code.
in the code.
Yeah, like go all the way to the left.
All right.
No. In
In
the
the text.
line 1 all the way. Yeah. Hover over the import.
That's what I'm saying. Is it only copies the code section?
No. Hover over import.
Oh, I
Hover.
got you. Hover over it,
Yeah.
or maybe
This one.
hover over import.
Yes.
Here we
There
go.
you go.
Hover over import. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Copy paste that.
Import. Can I copy paste? Ah, yes. Here we go. Ah, it's ESLint. That's given the issue. It looks like.
Yeah. Parsing error.
Well, you're going. You should just be doing 1, 2. So like this.
Now we're having issues.
It should just be that, I believe. Because if you're in the wizard, you go up to the components directory, and then you drop down to the components. Components.
Can I see the
Yeah, it'd be components, whatever the input. Yeah.
There you go.
Can I see the ESLint rc.json file, please?
Yeah, because these are a lot of errors that just shouldn't be showing up right now.
Where would the ESLint file be under? Is that under
It's
the
it's up above the get ignore.
Right.
You can just do
the
command.
components. Looks like.
Yeah, this one.
This says extends next core web vitals.
Put,
I mean, do we even need the ESLint?
yeah, paste this in there. What I sent you.
Okay.
Option if you're using custom ESLint.
I see extends Babel. Gotcha.
Put
Copy.
this.
So this becomes. Oh, okay.
And then you do this npm.
npm install next, yeah. So this. Wait. Wait.
I have to hop off because it's 9 o'clock, but
Yeah, just 1 through 5 you can remove.
Yeah. There. All right.
leaving,
Jen,
Jim?
thanks for help. Like, thanks for coming in and helping.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
thanks
wish,
for
I wish,
taking a look at it.
no, I wish we could have gotten more done. There's a lot of errors that are just unique errors. That
And then you need to do npm install that 901 thingy.
Let's see.
And now you need to restart your IDE.
Restart it.
Yeah. That's what it says here.
Pretty sure if I restart it, it's gonna kill live share, guys. So I will restart it, but hey, just let you know. So I'll go ahead and share another live link here in just a moment. Okay.
All right, let me know if you guys were able to
Sounds good.
fix it up, and yeah, we could go ahead and I'm interested in making sure everything's up and running as well too. But yeah, hopefully you guys figure this out tonight. If not, just let me know. All right.
We'll do.
For sure.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.